Imagine an anime that looks like a Saturday morning cartoon, but hits you with the emotional weight of a war film. That's Made in Abyss. It will make you feel wonder, dread, and genuine grief, sometimes in the same scene. And I'd argue it's one of the most uniquely crafted anime of the last decade. Welcome to Adoogez. Let's go deep on this one. Very deep. Made in Abyss is a 2017 anime series by Studio Kanema Citrus based on the manga by Akihiro Su. The story centers on Riko, a young orphan girl living near a massive, seemingly bottomless chasm called the Abyss. Inside it are ancient relics, terrifying creatures, and mysteries that have consumed generations of explorers called cave raiders. Riko's mother, a legendary raider, disappeared into its depths years ago. When Riko finds a robot boy named Reg in the upper layers, she decides to do the unthinkable, descend into the abyss to find her mother. And here's what makes the premise so brilliant. The deeper you go, the harder it becomes to return. The abyss itself physically punishes anyone trying to ascend, with effects ranging from nausea all the way to death. Going down is a one-way decision, and these are children making it. Made in Abyss is an anime series, so there's no traditional box office, but commercially, it became a massive sleeper hit. The Blu-ray volumes ranked among the top-selling anime of 2017 in Japan. The manga surged past 6 million copies in circulation after the anime aired, and it earned 2 theatrical films, 1 recap, and 1 original story that grossed over 600 million yen in Japan alone. That theatrical success is significant. It proved this wasn't just a cult anime. It had genuine mainstream pull. And the fact that a second season arrived in 2022, again, to critical and commercial success, shows the franchise is nowhere near done. For a manga that was once a niche webcomic, that trajectory is remarkable. The first thing everyone notices about Made in Abyss is the art style. The characters are drawn with round, soft, childlike features, the kind you'd expect from a family adventure show. And then the world around them is rendered in breathtaking, almost painterly detail. That visual contrast is completely intentional. It lulls you into a sense of safety and then pulls it away when the story gets brutal, and it does get brutal. When something painful happens to these characters, their cute design actually makes it worse. Not in a cheap way, in a deeply effective storytelling way. You're not watching a grim, dark hero endure hardship. You're watching a small child face consequences that feel completely disproportionate to how young and innocent she looks. That disconnect is where the emotional power of this show lives. The world building in Made in Abyss is extraordinary. The Abyss has distinct layers, each with its own ecosystem, rules, and escalating danger. The relics have their own classification system. The cave raider ranks are richly defined. Everything in this world feels like it existed before the story started and will continue existing long after it ends. That kind of depth is rare, and it makes every new layer feel like a genuine discovery. The sound design and music deserve a special mention here. Kevin Penkin's score is one of the best anime soundtracks ever composed. It shifts effortlessly between wonder and dread, beauty and horror. Sometimes within the same track, it doesn't just accompany the world, it builds it. Put headphones on for this show. You'll thank me later. But the deepest layer of Made in Abyss, no pun intended, is its existential core. This show is fundamentally about what we're willing to sacrifice in pursuit of something greater than ourselves. Riko descends knowing she can't come back. The great raiders before her gave everything, their bodies, their humanity, their lives, to go deeper. And the show never frames that as foolish. It frames it as inevitable for people driven by curiosity. That theme hits differently when you think about real human exploration. Every generation has had people who descended into their version of the abyss, mountains, oceans, space, knowing the cost. Made in Abyss doesn't just ask whether the destination is worth it. It asks whether the act of going, regardless of outcome, is part of what makes us human. That's not a question most anime bother to raise. Now, being honest here, Made in Abyss isn't flawless. The pacing in the first 3 episodes is slow. The setup takes its time, and some viewers drop it before the show finds its footing. Stick through it. It absolutely pays off, but that early patience requirement is a real barrier for modern viewers used to fast hooks. There's also a handful of scenes involving the child characters that push into uncomfortable territory beyond just dark storytelling. Some viewers find these scenes unnecessary, and that's a fair criticism. The show's darkness works best when it's tied to consequence and meaning, and occasionally it crosses into content that feels more gratuitous than purposeful. It's worth knowing going in. Made in Abyss is, without question, one of the most ambitious anime ever made. It builds a world so rich and vivid you'll dream about it. It tells a story so emotionally precise it will genuinely hurt. And it raises questions about human nature that stay with you long after the credits roll. Despite its pacing flaws and occasional uncomfortable moments, it's a near essential watch for any serious anime fan. I'm giving Made in Abyss a 9 out of 10. A breathtaking descent into one of anime's most fully realized worlds, beautiful, brutal, and utterly unforgettable. Here's what I want to know from you. If you were a K-Raider, how deep would you go knowing you might never come back? Drop your answer in the comments. I genuinely want to hear it. And if this kind of deep, no fluff review is your thing, you're already in the right place. This is hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next descent.